Hi and welcome to King's Football Show. This is the preview show for Arsenal versus Brentford. Big up to everyone that's tuned in today. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And yeah, it's going to be an interesting game. Brentford are doing really well right now. They are in great form. They have 9 games unbeaten run in the Premier League. They are one of the most informed teams in the Premier League. And as you know, they are a very physical team. They're a team who's up for it, who plays well. It's going to be a tough game at the Emirates, but I'm very much looking forward to it. We have a wonderful record at the Emirates this season, not lost there. I think we've only dropped points at the Emirates once this season. I think it was the 0-0 draw against Newcastle. So it's going to be a good game. Brentford are a good team. They play good football. They are defensive, very disciplined. Overall, they have a fantastic season. I think they sit number 7 right now. So, yeah, big up to them. And big up to everyone who's tuned in. Today is Wednesday. It's very late. It's 11 o'clock in the UK. So, most of you probably see this in the morning. Well, big up to Eddie's Football Waffle. Do make sure that you subscribe to this channel. He's a United fan, just so you know. He's saying, I'm dropping a like, bro. Thank you for that. And I think Tony will show up, Mr. Enketia. Come on, please. Be an Arsenal blip happening. That is 2 back-to-back losses now, King. Funny there. Listen, how's it going with your title chart? It seems to be for 3-4 days each time, and then that's it. And you bottle it. No, but banter aside, obviously, Arsenal need to win this game. Luckily, when we lost to Everton, Man City went on and lost to Tottenham, so they didn't gain any points against us. And today, Man United drew to Leeds, so we are 7 points above Man United with 2 games in hand. So we are still in a very good position. We are still the leaders at the top, but obviously, we need to win. Can't go on and draw or lose to Brentford. We don't want that pressure on us. We don't want that pressure on the squad, manager, players, and we need to keep up the momentum. I mean, we're going to beat Brentford, one of the most informed teams in the league. Then fair play. No one's going to talk much about the loss. It's one of them because we've only lost 2 games so far this season. If we start losing more games, then the pressure's going to be onto us. And big up Nippon as well, saying hi. Do make sure you subscribe to the Sports TV. He's saying up the bees. And he's saying United lucky with the draw, should have lost. Yeah, I think Leeds did very well. They did very well against Man United. And I do think that Man United's second goal, the goalkeeper could have done better on Sancho's finishing. But yeah, it just shows that United, they are in good form still. They were 2-0 down. They managed to come back. But also, they will be disappointing playing at home against Leeds with no appointed manager, not to be able to win. They'll probably look at it more as 2 points drop rather than 1 point gain. But for Arsenal and for Man City and Newcastle and probably Tottenham, I think all of us were happy that they did because they've been in good form. United, even though they lost to us, they've been in good form. They've had a good season, and Ten Hag's doing a good job. But I do think that the squad is not big enough, or they don't have enough quality players to really go on for title charge. That's my view on the whole situation. But yeah, looking at starting 11s for this game, or I would go with. I think this is where my head is at right now. I might change my mind. I would go with something like this. So Ramsdale in goal, Tomiyasu as right back. I think that White's fantastic. Been Mr. Consistent, but he's looked a bit off. I don't know if he's tired or fatigued or what it is, but he hasn't been great the past 2 games, Ben White. And I think Tomiyasu, when he came at halftime against Man United, spot on against Rashford. Last game again, I think it was good when he came on. So I think it could be a good opportunity to start Tomiyasu, because I do think Tomiyasu is a fantastic player, a fantastic defender. He's very good on the ball. He's 2-footed, and I think it's good to show to the squad that if you are on the bench and you keep on coming on, you keep doing well, you will get an opportunity to also start. And this could be good to give Ben White a bit of a rest. We will have a busy schedule where we will need to use the squad more. Continue with Saliba and Gabriel. They've been fantastic this season. For me, the best centre back pairing in the league. I know Newcastle will argue that they are the best, but I do like Saliba and Gabriel as a pair. Zinchenko just won the Player of the Month for Arsenal in January. He's having a very strong season, both on and off the pitch. He's been fantastic for us. He adds a lot of technicality, a lot of versatility. He helps us dominate the midfield. He's almost like an extra midfielder. When we attack, we almost play like a 3-2-2-3 formation, where him and Partey almost play like a double pivot. And because he's so good on the ball, he can break the lines, he can create chances, and he can overload the midfield, which helps us dominate games and get lots of possession. In midfield, I was thinking about Fabio Vieira, but I do think that this is going to be a physical game, so I'll keep the midfield as it is. I was even thinking about maybe playing Partey as the number 8 and Jorginho as the 6 with Odegaard, but I'll keep the midfield. I know Xhaka wasn't great against Everton, but he's been so good this season. He deserves another opportunity, so I'll go with Xhaka, Partey, and Odegaard in midfield. And in attack, I've chosen to go with Trossard and Nketiah and Saka, which means that Martinelli sits on the bench. And I think Martinelli's been fantastic for us this season. It's really been amazing. This is definitely his best individual season so far for Arsenal. It's really grown. But I do think he assists Gabriel Jesus. When we play with Jesus, it's a centre forward. Him and Jesus, they like to interchange. So sometimes Jesus goes out wide and Martinelli goes in centrally. They do link up with each other very well as well. And now that Zinchenko plays a lot of inverted and midfield rather than his left back, he becomes a bit isolated sometimes. And I therefore think it's a good opportunity to play Trossard. Trossard is technically very good. It's not as fast or explosive as Martinelli, but he is a better finisher in my opinion. And he, as well as Tomiyasu, can use both feet very well. He's a good finisher. He's a good passer, amazing dribbler. And I think he will want to show that he's good enough to start for Arsenal. So I would go with him and I would sub in Martinelli in the second half. And I think that's what we want, a big squad where there's competition, people can come on from the bench and have an impact on the game. And this is the difference now, previous to the start of the season, where we didn't have a bench. And big up my bro from the TPT community, Alpha Wolf. Yes, King can see Trossard get first and second, and Nketiah a goal for confidence. So it looks like it's slowing down a bit. Yeah, I do think that Eddie Nketiah last game, he looked a bit tired. I guess it's quite normal when he hasn't been the main guy since the end of last season. So obviously, playing week in and week out may have had an impact on him. But now that he's had a full week of rest, I'm sure he's hungry and he's going to want to get a goal. I hope that you're right. I do think a 2-3-0 win would be fantastic, but it will be a hard game for Arsenal against Brentford. And Nickburn is gone with Rambo, Tierney, Gabriel Saliba, White, Xhaka, Partey, Odegaard, Nelly, Saka, Eddie. Interesting. So no Zinchenko and no Tomiyasu and no Trossard for Nickburn. Fair play, fair play. And Alpha's gone with Eddie. I dropped Eddie for Trossard, let him play false nine, bring Nelly and Saka strengthen more for the attacks. Interesting, interesting. And this is the good thing. It's the good thing that we've got options now. So it's not just where before we would know that Martinelli, Jesus, Saka would start every game. Xhaka would got Partey start every game in this field. It's good that we've got options now with Fabio Vieira, with Trossard, Jorginho. Hopefully Smith Rowe can be on the bench as well. Then Jesus is back now that Eddie's shown that he can do well. Can also add more versatility and bench option. And obviously, Tomiyasu is another one. He can stay away from injuries. It would be great. So let's have a quick look at Brentford. Sorry, this is Arsenal's last 5 games. So you can see we won against Brighton 4-2. We drew to Newcastle 0-0. We won away against Tottenham 2-0. We won at home against Man United 3-2. And then, unfortunately, we lost to Everton 1-0 at Goodison Park. It's 5 games in a row where we haven't won at Goodison. Brentford, on the other hand, are in a 9-game unbeaten run. The last loss was in October against Aston Villa, where they lost 4-0. After that, it was 1-1 against Wolves, 2-2 against Forest, and then they helped us and they managed to beat Man City 2-1, which was great. And then after that, they continued to help us and drew against Tottenham 2-2. And I think they won against which were the last win was against Southampton, right? Yeah, 3-0 against Southampton. Before that, they drew 0-0 to Leeds. Then they beat Bournemouth 2-0 and they won against Liverpool 3-1 and West Ham 2-0. So they've done well against the top team. So they've beaten Liverpool 3-1. They've beaten City 2-1 away from home. And they drew to Tottenham as well. So this is a game where we have to be very careful. Brentford, a good team, they attack with Mbeumo is in lightning form. Ivan Toney and Visa is very good. The midfield is very hardworking, and the back line is very physical, very disciplined. They know each other. They played with each other for a very long time. Brentford are really pushing to get into Europe. Right now they are in the Conference League places, and they're just 1 point away from Europa League places, with 1 game on Brighton, and they played 1 more game than Brighton, 1 more game less than Tottenham. So if they were to win, God forbid, they would be on 36 points with 22 games played. And they're not too far away from Champions League places as well. It's just 7 points. So Brighton have a lot to play for the season. It's not just to survive or stay in the middle of the park. They're really pushing to get into Europe. And what a fantastic job the manager Thomas Frank has done with Brentford. When you look at the expand the model of how they operate as a club, fair play to Brentford. I do like them, and it's a good team. Obviously, against us, I want them to lose, but I hope they will have a very strong season. I'm going to send a graph in the Discord that shows the second half of the season run. It's good seeing it in color. What's left? Okay, let me see if I can get it up. Did you send it to me directly? Did you just put it in? Okay, let's see. Let me download it and try and upload it to the stream so everyone can see. Just bear with me 1 second. I think it's good to look at what teams need to do. And the interesting thing as well with Man City having they need to play against us twice. I think that is where sorry. Can you hear me now? Sorry. Thank you. Yes, I was on mute. Yes, I've uploaded it. Let me show it on the screen. So this is Arsenal. This is the whole, basically all teams who they need to play against. So you can see Man City and obviously Arsenal need to play each other twice. They have played against Man United twice. They won one, lost one. Man City. They need to play against Newcastle again. They need to play against Brighton, Brentford, Fulham. They need to play against Chelsea, Liverpool, Palace, Forest, West Ham, Leeds, Everton, Bournemouth. So Man City, basically, they need to play against us twice, and that's going to be tough for them. They still got a game against Newcastle. They still got to play against Chelsea at home, Liverpool at home. I think those are the hardest games left for Man City. For Arsenal, same. We need to play City home and away. We need to play against Newcastle away. We need to play Chelsea at home, Liverpool away. So it's quite similar. I do think we have a bit of an easier schedule than Man City. We can go through Man United, but Man United are a bit further away from us. I do think that they got a tougher schedule, Man United, than what we do. So they've obviously played City already twice, Man United, and they need to play Newcastle again. Yeah, they need to play Newcastle, Tottenham. They need to play Chelsea. They need to play Liverpool away. So they got a few games as well that are quite tough. Man United. So yeah, thank you for that. Thank you for that. It's interesting. So what do you guys think? Do you still see Arsenal as favorite after looking at that, or do you still think that City are favorites, or do you think Man United can do it? Me personally, I still hold Arsenal as favourites, but City very closely, and then Man United. I don't think Man United can win it. I think it's going to be between us and City. I do think it's going to be hard, but I do think that we can do it, especially if we manage to get 3 points minimum against City, or even if we drew both games, then I really believe we can do it. As long as we don't get less than 2 points, it's a massive boost for Arsenal because they have to hunt us and they still got some very tough games left. Let's not forget that. But I do think with their defense and the way they've been playing, I haven't been that impressed by City lately. I think we got a chance to beat them at the Emirates, and I'm really looking forward to that game. It's 1 week left for that game, but before that, we need to deal with Brentford as well. We've got some new people in the building. Big up Luca. Yeah, put your predictions into the chat. He's saying 2-1 to Arsenal. Yeah, we need to win. We need to win. And big up Nav. I broke couldn't hear before. Now I can. Yeah, good. Yeah, I was on mute. It's interesting viewing City and United away from hasn't been great. We got 6 out of 9 games home in the next stretch. Yeah, and I do think that's important as well. We got 10 home games, 8 away games. City got 10 away games and 8 home games. So there's definitely a lot of things that benefit us for this run. But I do think the game against Brentford City is going to tell a lot. If we win both games, it's going to be a very hard season for City because then we'll be 8 points above them with a game in hand. So yeah, that's it. And we got Moss as well in the building. Big up Mossy Moss. What's up, bro? Make sure you subscribe to this YouTube channel with Luke Across the Pond Sports Talk, where they do football content, but they also do a lot of American sports, NHL, NBA, NFL, baseball. I probably missed 1 or 2 sports over there. They have a lot of sports over there. Moss and Luke, they do love their sports. So make sure you subscribe to my bro. Moss. United are not in the title race in my opinion, but a lot of the fans think they are. Yeah, I agree, and I actually said that last week, even though they won, lost. I did say that I don't think they are. I think Ten Hag is doing a good job for Man United, and they're having a very good season with a new manager. But I think it's early days. I don't think the squad is big enough, or they have enough quality players. I think next season United will be a big threat for us, but for this season it's too early. Yeah, I've been saying it the whole season that this is not the same City as previous season. They are not as fluid as they were. They're not as good in defense or in attack. Listen, Haaland would break if Haaland stays fit, he will break every Premier League record that you can break in one season in terms of amount of goals scored, fastest 20, 25, 30 goals, most hat-tricks. He will break all of them records. He's a fantastic goal scorer, Haaland. But Manchester City, as a team right now, are not a better team than they were previous seasons. And when players start to leave a team that is winning and they want to leave, usually something's wrong. And I think maybe they haven't been fast enough with their rebuild, and it's time is catching up on them. So it's like when you look at their team, a lot of the players have been there for a very, very long time. Gundogan, Bernardo Silva, Kevin De Bruyne, Mahrez, Kyle Walker, John Stones, Laporte. These players have been there for a very, very long time, season after season after season. And it's very hard physically and mentally to challenge for the title each year and be at the top and play 60, 70 games each season and getting 90 plus points every season. It's very hard to keep up with that. And we have to understand that these people are humans in the end. you need to change your players and get young players in, fresh players in, hungry players in. And I think that's where time has caught up with Man City. And the fact that Cancelo left, one of the best fullbacks in the world, experienced winner, they didn't replace him, so they weakened their squad. Not enough talk is being talked about that City has actually weakened their squad, whilst Arsenal strengthened their squad with Jorginho, Trossard, and Kibu. So I do think that we have a very good chance to win the Premier League title, but it won't be easy. It won't be easy. It is a long season. There will be a lot of things, we will drop points, there will be nerves, but I believe in this team. I believe in Arsenal, I believe in Mikel Arteta, and I do think that Moss is correct. I reckon 2-0 to Arsenal, Trossard and Eddie Nketiah. No, 3-0. Odegaard, I need him to score, got him in my FPL finally. So Odegaard, Nketiah, and Trossard to score. And yeah, this is it. We need to beat City when we play them next week. We need to beat them. Yes. Oh, it takes a brace from Trossard and Saka goal. We're playing now, we're saying 3-1 or 4-1. Ah, yeah, some positive. And we got Alan as well in the building. Up said, I hope you're good, bro. Thank you for tuning in. And thank you for everyone that did tune in yesterday. If you didn't watch the stream yesterday where I invited Josh and Steven and we talked about Man City, and Josh did a very good job breaking down what Man City have done. Do watch that stream. Fantastic stream. One of the best streams on this channel, if not the best one. So and the thing is, City has been built up taking players of other teams have won or competed. And it just seems like so many stars have aligned for you guys. Arsenal to win this league king. Pep could never envision this fall happening after Haaland's cooking in previous games. So, yeah, but I think the thing is this, there's been a lot of egos, a lot of winners playing for Man City. But in the end, these players know that they are good enough to be main guys, to be star men in other teams. And after a while, because they've won so much with City, they probably want to leave and be the star man somewhere else and not be a rotational player at City, even though they are winning. And that's why you've seen Sterling leave, Jesus leave, Zinchenko leave. Like, these are players in their prime, and they live in one of the best run clubs in world football, and one of the best managers ever in modern history, Pep Guardiola. They are leaving that environment. And Cancelo is another one, because they don't want to be a rotational player for so long. They want to be because they know they're good enough. The CV is there, and I think that's it. That's why Bernardo Silva wants to leave. That's why Gundogan wants to test something new. That's why Phil Foden is not happy being on the bench. And you can only keep a big squad with quality players for X amount of time until you need to start getting rid of them and get new players in. And I think Sir Alex was very good at that, where he always used to get rid of big stars, big egos, and get new, hungry, young players in until they become big stars, and he got rid of them as well. And that's why he was so successful for such a long period. And I think Wenger did that as well, when he just come in for maybe a 10-year period between, let's say, 98 and 2008. He did that very well. And obviously, with financial fair play and the stadium and all that, we do know couldn't compete anymore. But yeah, it's interesting. It's going to be interesting to see as well how Man City approach the game against us. Will they be able to play like they played us before? Because even in the FA Cup, yes, they won, but they weren't impressive, and they were playing their first team, bar Edison, and we had a lot of players not playing. So again, I think this is the season where we will see City maybe getting 80 points instead of 90 points. 95 plus, almost 100 points. I don't think we'll see that from City this season. They came in with millions when we built the stadium. It's going to have every club as a target for City. Yeah. And they did take half hours starting. I remember, they got Nasri, Adebayor, Coltrane, Clichy, Bakary Sagna. They got our best players. And then when you see with that they've been, financially cheating the system, it pains you even more. And that's why wouldn't it be sweeter if Arsenal come on and win the Premier League with two of Man City's players in a season where they get found guilty of cheating? Wouldn't that be the best karma and the best revenge for us? I hear you point, King, but I think Sterling and Jesus were guys coming off their prime and they were let go at the right time, plus quotations were prepared to win previous league, bro. But the thing what you need to remember as well is that if you look at Man City and previous Man City teams have at least had one or two players with pace, right? So all the way back from when they had Sane, when they had Sterling, Ferran Torres, Jesus, they don't got pace on the wings anymore. So they would have a team full of technical players, but when they won twos and the ball possession, when they couldn't break teams down, they would always have players on the wing who could come with pace and change the system or be less of a ball possession team and bring something different. But now they don't have that. Foden is not quick, Grealish is not quick, Mahrez is not quick. They don't have a pacey winger. Bernardo Silva, when he plays on the wing, it's not quick. They've got technically good players who are great on 1-2s, on linking up, on retaining possession, but they don't have pace on the wings. And when you don't have any player with pace on the wing, when teams set themselves off, there's nothing unpredictable that's going to happen. And especially when you know that they're going to spam crosses into Haaland, if you can just focus in on taking Kevin De Bruyne out of the game, they become very predictable. Man City teams are starting to learn how to play against them. And that's why you've seen them, the longer the season has been going, the better teams are being setting themselves up against Man City. And I think this is where maybe Pep has underrated what players like Jesus or Ferran Torres or Sterling or Sane have brought to them previously. And it's going to be interesting to see how they approach it this summer. But if Man City were to get a transfer ban, it's going to be even more sticky for them. I think you guys have destroyed City now. I think they are there for the taking, this current corruption allegation too. Yeah, this is the perfect time to really put that nail on the head. And it would be, I think, if we go, when they face us at the Emirates, we beat them, and we beat them good. And I think that's it for them. They won't be able to come back from it, honestly. Yeah, the balance is definitely off. And that's it. That's it. It is. You think Pep stays at City for next season, even if the club is proved to be innocent? Yeah, the thing is this with Pep and Man City, they've been knowing this investigation has been ongoing for 4 years. That's the main reason why they changed their approach in the transfer market, where now they if you look previously, City never used to sell players for big fees. They used to just buy players, and then let them, Vincent Company, when they get old enough, they just let them run away. Yaya Toure, David Silva, Bakary Sagna, all of these players, they never really sold them for big profits. But since this investigation started from the Premier League, they've started to sell, Sane, Sterling, Jesus, Zinchenko, they are looking to get money in. So I think that Pep has known that this is coming, and I think that is why, previously he's been not 100% sure if he was going to commit, but they probably convinced him, giving him enough money and assurance that they will back him. And I think he's going to stay regardless of what happened, especially if they're proven innocent. I think he's definitely staying. And even if Pep was supposed to leave, where would it go? I think Barcelona are doing so well now. Xavi is building a new dynasty over there. I don't think they want to interrupt that. To get Pep over, obviously, you can't go to Real or Atletico Madrid. There's no money in Italy. So the only obvious team left, and he's already been at Bayern Munich, he won't go to Dortmund, is PSG. And then the question is, does he really want to go to PSG? Would that motivate him to play in the French league after being, so long in Spain, playing against Real Madrid with Barcelona, and then that rivalry, then going to Germany with the rivalry between Dortmund and Bayern, and then being in the Premier League for such a long time, competing with Chelsea and Liverpool and Man United and now Arsenal. Would he want to take a step down to go to League One, sorry? I'm not sure. Unless maybe he gets a chance to manage Spain's national team or Brazil. But does he really want to go from the highlight right now, or does he want to give a few more years at the highest level? Yeah, and that's the thing. Messi could be the motivation to be there, but I do think he wants to win the Champions League without Messi. He want to prove that he can do it. You can tell it rattles him when people speak about it in press conference. But yes, guys, this has been a longer stream than anticipated. Big up to everyone who did tune in today. It's been a great discussion, great questions. It's an interesting game, and I think this is a game that's going to show a lot about the character and the mentality of this team. And that's why I'm looking forward to it, because we've shown whenever we lose a game or we draw a game in the league, next game, go on and win. We've not dropped points in 2 games in a row so far in this Premier League season. So I do think Arsenal go on, and I'm going to say 3-0. And I think Trossard, Odegaard, and Nketiah will score. And I'm looking forward to it. We are a good team at home. We're the best team so far this season at home. Got the home fans around the club supporting the players, really being the 12th man. And the players are going to want blood. They're going to want to show that the Everton loss was just, a mistake. And they would not want to repeat that. But yeah, guys, before you go, make sure you do subscribe to Eddie's Football Waffle. I know it says waffle, but he don't speak a lot of sense, except when he's speaking about Man United. I joke aside, but thank you. Eddie's saying, oh yeah, you see, there it come. There's the waffle again. Brentford 1-1. But big up to Eddie, big up to Nav, big up to Luca, big up to Alpha, big up to all of you, Mossy Moss, who did tune in today, and big up to all of you who tune in later on. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. I'm out.